Collections are components used to group list items together. Inside of these list items we can have normal text, links, headers, secondary content or avatar content. First we have the basic example, which simply is this kind of list with borders around each item. Then we see a variation using links. We can see that we have an active one, and when we hover above them the background color changes. This is not the case with the basic version. We can use headers in our collections. We can also use secondary content. Here we see an icon functioning as a link or button. And finally we can create avatar content where we have a rounded image and a title and some text and the icon to the right side. Let's see how we build all of this. So in our code editor we start with a UL tag with the class collection. Then we add a list item with the class collection item and the text collection item, and close our list item again. Copy and paste this 2 times, save, go back and select the right tab and refresh. Here we see our very basic collection with these thin borders around each of the items. Now let's see how we can use links in our collection. So this time we are not using a unordered list, we are using a div tag with the class collection, and we'll add an anchor tag and give it the class collection item, and the text will be collection item as well, and we'll close our anchor tag. Let's copy paste this 2 times and then add the active class to the first item. Now let's save, go back and refresh. Here we see the active one, and we can see that when we hover above the items the background color changes to gray. Now let's see how we can use headers together with our collections. This time we'll copy and paste our basic example like so. Then we need to add a class to our wrapping element with header. And then we'll add one more list item in front of the others. The class collection header. Inside of this we'll add an H5 heading element with the text collection header, and close the H5 heading element again. Let's save this, go back and refresh. Here we see our collection header in action. Now let's see how we can apply secondary content to our collection. We'll copy paste the code from before with our header like so, and now after our text just before the closing list item tag we'll add an anchor tag and give it the class secondary content, and close the anchor tag again. And inside of this we'll add an icon using the I tag with the class Material Icons, and the icon will be the send icon, and we'll close the I tag again. So we have now added these icons wrapped in an anchor tag inside of each list item. Let's save, go back to our browser and refresh. Now we see that this is automatically placed in the very right side of our collection. Finally, let's see how we can use avatar content. So we'll go back here, and now I'll copy paste the basic example from the top down here. Now we need to add a class to each item. That is the class avatar. And before I continue, let's just erase these 2 so this will be clearer. Now we have this wrapping list item with the classes collection item and avatar. Then we'll add an image, which will be our 50 times 50 image, and we'll give the class circle to make it round. Then we'll add a title using a p tag with the class title. Give it the text title as well. Now we'll add a paragraph with some text, and I'll just open up the version from the reference section here and copy paste this text like so. We'll create one more paragraph, copy paste the other text like so. And now we'll add the icon to the right side by adding an anchor tag with the class secondary content like we used before as well, and an I tag with the class material icons, and the icon will be a grade icon, which is a star. We'll close our I tag and close our anchor tag. Now let's copy this and paste it in below. Here we will make a little variation. So instead of using an image, we'll use an icon. So we add the I tag with the class material icons, and we give it also the class circle to make it circular and red to make it red. The icon will be a play arrow. This will now be circular and red. Close the I tag again. So now we have two list items with avatar content, one using an image and one using an icon. Let's save, go back into the browser and refresh. Here we see our avatar content with the rounded image and with the circular red background and an icon on top of it. We have the titles, paragraphs, and the secondary content, which is a star icon wrapped inside of an anchor tag. So this was all about collections.